Well, good morning. Great White Stoke coming at you from the Great White North. Sipping on a little bit of Earl Grey tea as I have listened to a few videos. One from the Grand Arbiter of Truth, known as Southern Paladin, and the other known from the Norski backwoods. And that is the subject of domestic strife, civil war. Can we even say that on YouTube? Well, it's a subject that I've been talking about for a few years prior to my retreat from California. And I've been saying that, yes, Virginia, we are in a civil war. It's just that we don't have standing armies in uniforms with smart breast pockets. But battle lines have been drawn, so to speak, and you can see that by which states are blue and which states are red, even though that's primarily political. You are seeing people who are conservative-minded, people who like the idea of freedom and liberty and a less intrusive government, fleeing blue states for red states, like what I did. And the truth be told is that what this civil war is going to be is going to look much different than what it was historically. And it's going to play out much differently than what the tribal-owned media would like to portray. But let's get some facts straight. One, the country is no longer homogenous, and that's been taken care of through unfettered immigration across our southern border and allowing anyone to arrive here and become a citizen. And the people that are arriving here from foreign locales and far-off destinations do not view America the way that heritage Americans do. For example, heritage Americans would probably think that, we have this system in place with the government and state governments, and they are there to oversee and administer the states and provide for law and order and be there as a benefit to heritage Americans. People that are arriving here from far-off locales and vacation destinations, if you will, view this as a system to be played. Not only that, it's no longer a nation unified, for the most part, through faith. In fact, you're starting to see the Muslim bells being rung, so to speak, in different parts of the state. You have a member of Congress, the Senate, doesn't really matter, Representative Ilhan Omar, right, who married a Muslim who came over here and then married her brother to get him citizenship. Do you think they're really looking out for heritage Americans? No. You have a media industrial complex owned by hand-rubbing hook-nosed goblins that seek to demonize a certain group of people while elevating another group. But it's interesting. You never see people from Asia or India being put into the roles of, say, Ariel, the mermaid, or Tinkerbell. And the greater question is, why is it there is one group of people that they are ostentatiously putting into roles and positions that were formerly occupied by heritage Americans? They're only doing that with one group. You're not seeing them put Japanese people in the position of the Queen of England. You're not seeing them put Singaporeans, Indians, or Pakistanis in TV shows to represent the English royalty. No, it's only one group. Now, why is that? Well, if you read Uncle Ted's dissertation, you can see right away that the liberals have a unconscious thought that certain people can't do it without the help. Even though they are going to say that we're all equal, they unconsciously know that that isn't true. So we have a nation that is no longer culturally unified, spiritually unified, and one group of people has become persona non grata. And what do you think this is leading to? Now, we will probably never get to a hot civil war just because of all of the pew-pews and boom-booms. But you are seeing it on an economic front, and that is certain people are denied certain positions because they are racist and oppressive, while other groups are allowed to be nepotistic and show favoritism without any type of recourse. And so when the question arises, are we in a civil war? Yes, we are in a civil war. It's a cold civil war. And so if you are thinking that, yes, Virginia, we are in a civil war, then you should act accordingly. You know, I saw a funny meme this morning, and it was saying, it had this image of just some limperist saying, you know, civilization is going to end in 20 years because of global warming. That's why I'm going to continue living in the city, going to college to study sociology or psychology, and not learning how to garden. Right? If you thoroughly believe that society is in decay and is going to end in 20 years because of global warming, something tells me you would probably want to learn a few things beyond a 4-year degree in sociology or psychology or some other useless college degree. You would want to learn how to do actual things and how to become self-sufficient, and you would probably want to be out of low-lying population centers where it's really going to hit the fan when shortages arrive. So if you think there is the possibility that the Civil War is here and is real, you should act accordingly, which is get out of population centers, get rural, get as self-sufficient as possible, be debt-free, and learn some real world skills. Then again, I'm putting my money where my mouth is by doing that myself, because I saw what was happening front and center in California. And there's a very real civil war happening in California between the leftist progressives and people who enjoy any modicum of freedom. And they're not just coming after you, they're coming after your children. However, this isn't going to be a long civil war, because my caveat is give the liberals what they want. There's another popular meme where it says, oh, you guys are terrible racist people who have oppressed millions for generations on generations. Okay, we're leaving. No, you have to stay. Give the liberal what they want. Give it to them. Because the leftist, liberal progressives are going to die out. They're not having children. Au contraire, they're aborting their babies, or they're making a conscious effort not to get pregnant. And if they do have children, they are screwing them up psychologically to the point where they want to change their gender. And it's not just by saying, I'm this or I'm that, and I'm going to wear a dress or wear some jeans and cut my hair. No, they're doing very real things to their body, cutting off their genitalia, cutting off their mammary glands. They're not going to live out, which is why, well, and that's even if they swing that way, and that's why they're going to die out, and that's why they're trying to recruit. This is why they have to go after the children. You know, all too often, many people are asking the question, why are our children having to go to libraries and have story time with Uncle Tranny? The bigger question is, why does Uncle Tranny need to read books to children? To normalize this fetish behavior, to normalize this degeneracy. And the only recourse you have, if you've studied combat and have engaged in hand-to-hand combat, especially in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, is the tactical retreat or get to a better position. You can't stay in a toilet bowl fighting when it's an ambush on all sides. You need to get to some high ground. You need to start with the sun in your face and then end with the sun on your back. It would behoove many people to read Lao Tzu. So those are my 2 cents. What do you guys think? Grand Arbiter of Truth, Southern Paladin? What are your thoughts? Backwoods? Anybody else out there? Let me know. Have a good day.